Hello, Algebra 2. Here we are with roots and zeros continued. We're going to be focusing more on the roots today as opposed to the mins and maxes. We're going to start off by using a graphing calculator and synthetic division to factor this function, x to the third minus 2x squared minus 5x plus 6, and list out the zeros. Okay, so hopefully you're able to get a graphing calculator secured and get that typed in. Just in case you're having troubles, x, power key, third power. If yours bumps up, we need to bump back down. Minus 2x squared minus 5x plus 6. Graph, and we're using our graphing calculator to find a nice one. It crosses right here, probably -2. We're going to push trace, -2, enter, and it says -2, 0, so I know -2 is a good one to pick. Okay, so we're going to do synthetic division with -2 in the box. We'll have 1, -2, -5, 6. Skip a line, draw a line. Remember, our first number goes down. 1 times the number in the box, -2, is -2. It's going to add down to -4. -4 times -2 is +8. Adds down to +3. 3 times -2, we got -6. No remainder. X squared minus 4x plus 3. Okay, can we factor this? What's going to multiply to 3 and add to -4? How about a -3 and a -1? So we would have x minus 3 and x minus 1. And our answers would be +3 and +1. And don't forget, -2. So you can see that our answers are opposite from the parentheses above. Okay, reverse. Find a function, f of x, that has these zeros. Reverse the process. So now I know the answer. Give me the parentheses. So if the answer is 4, it came from parentheses that were x minus 4. If the answer is -1, it came from parentheses that were x plus 1. If the answer is -3, it came from parentheses that were x plus 3. Alright, to find what the original function was, you're just going to multiply 2 of these out at a time. Okay, I'm going to pretend that one's not there for now. We'll have x squared plus 1x minus 4x minus 4. Combine your middle. X squared minus 3x minus 4. And now we're going to take that times x plus 3. Okay, x squared times x, we'll have x to the third plus 3x squared. Okay, now we're taking -3 to both. -3x squared minus 9x. -4 to both, we'll have minus 4x minus 12. And clean this up. We got our x to the third. Plus 3x squared minus 3x squared cancels out. If you want to go plus 0x squared, you can. You don't have to. Maybe we'll do it this time. Minus 13x minus 12. It did say f of x, function f of x, so let's put f of x equals. And that's how you do it. Okay, we're going in reverse order. Those are the answers. So these had to be in the parentheses. Multiply 2 of them together, simplify, and then take your third one times it. I see what you did there. X to the third minus x squared plus 4x minus 4 factors to x minus 1 and x squared plus 4. What are the zeros? Well, x minus 1 would have a 0 of positive 1. X squared plus 4, not a difference of squares, it's a sum of squares, and we don't have a trick for that. So we set this equal to 0. Then I subtract the 4 over. We square root. And we'll have plus minus 2i. Positive and negative 2i. Remember, i's come in pairs because they come from square roots. So it's going to be a plus and a minus 1. Okay, reverse, reverse. Write a function, f of x, with zeros of 3 and 5i. If it has a 5i, it also has a negative 5i. So we have x minus 3, x minus 5i, and x plus 5i. Opposites. In this case, I would choose to do the I parts first. So we're going to ignore this one for now. X times x is x squared plus 5ix minus 5ix, those will cancel, minus 25i squared. Okay, I squared, remember, is negative 1, which will flip this minus 25 to a plus 25. And now let's bring down the x minus 3. X times x squared, see the x to the third, x times 25, 25x. Negative 3 times x squared, we got minus 3x squared. Negative 3 times 25, we got minus 75. Okay, let's clean it up and put it in the right order. X to the third, minus 3x squared, plus 25x, minus 75. And don't forget to put your f of x equals. All right. Backside, level up, level up. Okay, now we have the roots of 2 and x equals 3 plus I. Remember, the I parts come in pairs, so that's probably a 3 plus or minus I. So we have a 3 plus I and a 3 minus I. And remember that it's opposites. So if it's positive 2, it's really x minus 2. Now this gets tricky. It's going to be x minus the whole group. 3 plus I. And x minus the whole group, 3 minus I. Okay? So if we had 2 and it was x minus 2, we have 3, it's going to be x minus 3, but we have 3 plus I and 3 minus I. So I'm going to simplify these to x minus 3 minus I and x minus 3 plus I. So every year, kids will forget how this works, and they'll just do the opposite, and they'll get it right because they don't know what they're doing. And they'll think that this x minus 3 minus I comes from this one, when it really came from doing the opposite of this one. And they'll have x minus 3 plus I because they think they're doing this one, but it's actually coming from the opposite of doing this one. So you can get lucky here and actually get the right parentheses for the wrong reasons. Again, I would do the I parts together because then all the I stuff should cancel out. They're going to have a lot of pieces though, 9 pieces. X times x is x squared minus 3x plus ix, or xi, however you want to write it. Okay, now we're taking the minus 3 to all 3 things. minus 3x plus 9 minus 3I. Okay, and we're going to take the negative I to all three things. Minus ix, negative negative is a plus 3I, and a minus I squared. Okay, you got a lot of things there. But everything with an I should cancel. So plus ix minus ix. Minus 3I plus 3I. I squared is negative 1 minus I squared is going to be a plus 1. Okay, x squared minus 3x minus 3x, that's minus 6x, plus 9 plus 1, we got a plus 10. Bring down the x minus 2, and let's do it again. X to the third minus 6x squared plus 10x. Then we'll take the minus 2 to everything. Minus 2x squared plus 12x minus 20. Alright, clean it all up. And we'll have x to the third minus 8x squared plus 22x minus 20. Alright, your turn. You have x equals negative 3 and 2 minus I. Remember, those i's come in pairs. Go ahead and push pause and give that one a go. Welcome back. Let's see how you did. Okay. Check it out. There's our groupings. Distribute that negative. Okay. Multiply those out. And the I parts should come down to x squared minus 4x plus 5. Multiply the x plus 3 into there. And we're looking at x to the third minus x squared minus 7x plus 15. Star problem. Extra challenge problem here. If you got extra time, want to give it a go. The only difference is this time it starts with a negative 3. Those have been starting out with positives with a plus I or minus I, and then you do the opposite. This one's starting with a negative, so that's the slight difference there. If you want to give that one a go ahead and push pause. Alright, and here's what I got for that one. Okay, minus negative 3 plus I minus negative 3 minus I. Distribute the minus, and there's where we're at. Multiply those two together, and it should combine to be x squared plus 6x plus 10. Then bring down the x plus 2 and multiply that out. X to the third plus 8x squared plus 22x plus 20. Alright, good work there, folks. We got a lot of those types of problems on your homework today, so I guess you probably won't need your graphing calculator unless it starts off with one that has a synthetic division problem. Okay? Otherwise, you get a break from the graphing calculator today, and then we go back to combining all this stuff again tomorrow. Alright, thanks for watching, and good luck.